Hey everybody, Gage here from Sharp. We just got these 300mm Gyutos in from Fujiwara-san's Denka series. We wanted to test them out, and the only thing really appropriate enough for such a large knife is this monster hunk of beef. So today we're going to trim this guy up and turn it into steaks, see how this 300mm Denka performs. Okay, here we go, folks. You might be wondering, Gage, how often do you do this? Not often. In fact, I think this is the first full strip loin I've ever actually broken down before. I'm gonna start by removing what I think is called the chain generally. I know the tenderloin has a chain on it normally, so it looks pretty similar to me, this big strip of fat over here. So I'm just gonna trim this guy off. So far, so great, I would say as well. This thing is going through no problem. Oh, we're gonna save all of our trim. So this is Jake's meat, by the way. He's graciously allowed me to trim it up for this video, which I'm forever grateful for.
No pressure.
Don't screw it up, Gage. Yeah, we're gonna do some learning together here. I think Jake's giving me some pointers. He's done this once or twice. We're just gonna trim it up a little bit. We don't need to take too much off of here. There's some little gnarly bits here and there.
None of it's gonna go to waste though.
None of it's gonna go to waste. We're gonna save it all. Jake's gonna make beef tallow with the trim of the fat here. Cool, so I'm feeling like I got what I want to off of this section here. We've got this big this big old piece right here that looks like it wants to come off. I don't want to trim up too much here. This thing is frickin' sharp, I'll tell you what. If you're unfamiliar with the history, the Gyuto was developed around the time that the meat ban in Japan ended. And the shape was designed to do exactly what we're doing right now. So I don't think I've ever actually used a Gyuto for what its intended purpose was. Okay, Jake, I'm gonna take this off.
Yeah.
Take this big old flabby bit off. That wants to come off. Yeah, and the limited, so I've worked in some pretty fancy restaurants, but the downside of working in fancy restaurants is you don't often get the opportunity to do stuff like this. So if you're a young cook out there, I would highly recommend. It's not cheap, obviously. Jake paid almost $300 for this piece of meat from Costco. But for the amount of steaks we're gonna get out of this, I'd say that's a great deal. And yeah, if you wanna learn this sort of stuff, you kind of have to take it on yourself. And something I could have done a much better job of when I was a young cook is, doing this sort of stuff and teaching myself how to do this type of work. This is a blast, man. I'm having a great time. This knife is performing super, super well. I'm just gonna take my time, not rush myself here. The other thing I've learned about butchery is you wanna not be afraid to move the piece of meat around as much as you need to. So if I were not doing this for a video, I might be moving the meat around a little bit more than I am right now. But don't be afraid to change your angle up a little bit. You can tell I'm using nice long drawing strokes so that I don't end up with big saw marks on this thing. We want to make some nice steaks for Jake. More cuts, less waste. I like that. And Jake, how am I doing so far, man? What do you think? It looks pretty good, right? I'm gonna trim up the stuff a little bit. And the other thing, so I have watched a number of videos. Of course, I'm on the cooking section of YouTube all the time. So I'm always seeing the Bearded Butcher is a guy that I watch a lot, and he's absolutely insane at this. And he always makes the point that you don't actually need to be cutting too much. You've seen his videos, he kind of just he just lets the meat speak to him and tell him where it needs to be cut, right? After he does, I've watched one of the videos where he portions strip loins like this, and he always leaves a lot of the fat cap on there and then just kind of trims it up after the fact. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do as well. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. This is what we're looking at right now. Can you guys see that? This is looking pretty good, right? Jake picked out a nice one. I'm interested to see like what the marbling ends up looking like as we get into this guy a little bit. I can already tell over here I'm probably gonna have to trim up a little bit over there, but it's really easy to just trim up the portion steaks after you've got them. Jake, thank you, sir. Save me. Okay, let's do it. This is the part I've been waiting for. All right, folks, look at that. We're ready to go here. Jake's asked for like 1.5 finger, 2 finger width steaks. I can already see on here, like here, maybe I would have trimmed off a little bit more normally, and here as well. This is where like the ribs attach to the meat attaches to the ribs. So I might normally take this off, but Jake says he likes that part. So that's another great thing about doing your own steaks. You can do them however you want. Don't let anyone tell you how to slice your meat. Okay, here we go. Oh, I got the heel caught. User error. Okay. Like, yeah. That's a big ol' steak. Look at that. It looks great, man. Look at the marbling in there. So yeah, like normally, but yeah, now I'll just like, I'll portion them all out, and then we'll come back, and like the person who trimmed this already took a little too much of the fat cap off here. You can see, right? So yeah, that's too bad, but yeah, and like look how nice that slice was, eh? It's like nice and clean. I went maybe a little thick on this bad boy, eh? Okay, so now we'll go about there. Dude, like, look at that.
It's a beautiful steak.
That's nice, man. That's like a $40-$50 steak at the grocery store normally, I would imagine. Yeah, like all this I think normally you would maybe take this, but anyways, I keep telling you what you normally would do. It doesn't matter. We're doing it our own way. Dude, this is fun. Look at that. Looks great.
This is a nice chunk of meat.
This is beauty, man. Okay, I'll do one more slice and then I'll kind of reposition myself. And this knife is like so nice. It's the perfect length. It's super sharp. Man, I know what I'm doing this weekend. Getting my own hunk of strip loin. Look at that.
Like, I would say like a big guy like that in the store would be at least $30. Like 28, 29, $30.
Oh, but you wouldn't be getting like choice. You'd be getting like, it would have like none of this marbling in it.
And if we get at least 10 steaks, which we're going to, and this was under $300,
yeah.
profit.
You're saying man math.
About a $600 tool for this job. I saved money.
I think we're gonna get way more. We're already at 7, so we're gonna get way more than 10. I'm sure as I get more confident with this, I'll be able to get like a full steak in one slice. Let's see if I can make it happen here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, almost. Yeah. This board is a little inadequate.
People of YouTube, should Gage bring in a saw-high board to the shop?
A saw-high. I didn't like it the other way I did it.
We're already at 12 steaks.
Is that 12 now?
It's 12, yeah.
Yeah, you still obviously need to get some nice lateral movement in with your slices. Look at that. So we're under 20. We're under $28 a steak right now.
Plus, I'm gonna get like a liter of tallow.
Yeah, how much would you pay for a liter of tallow? Probably quite a bit, eh?
I've never bought it. Actually, by itself.
Nor have I.
Chat, how much is tallow?
How much chat? Okay, we're just gonna sacrifice
Trim
this
that
little
chunk
piece,
off,
yeah.
To the tallow pile.
Maybe I'll go like this. Yeah, I wonder if you're technically supposed to go meat side first and then into the...
It's usually how I cut it.
Yeah, I usually go this way.
Yeah.
I actually don't, I'm not liking this as much as...
Easier when it's like a full piece.
Yeah. All right, there we go. One more here.
Last one could be a little janky.
I've made it this far, let's not cut myself. Yeah, we're gonna wipe down and trim these bad boys up now. Stay tuned. All right, folks, we've got 6 steaks here that we've identified need trimming, and then these guys here, we're feeling pretty good about these. There's some of like the weird ones. They've got a little bit of like the sinew on here, so we'll probably trim these guys up just a little bit as well. But these guys here have quite a bit of like fat on them, so we're gonna just take off a little bit here to just sort of, you know, shape them up nice. Yeah.
A little more aggressive than that.
Yeah, you want me to take a little more?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take... I don't go too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice. Try to maintain the shape of it as best I can. Yeah? It's got a little... Yeah, it's got a little bit of something right here. I'll trim that off. Oh yeah, we don't want that.
No.
A little bit more.
Just take that chunk right off. Go back to the meat. It's all weird.
That looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. One done. Okay, well, we'll power through this and get these 6 done, and then we'll see where we're at with these other ones over here. Yeah, so I haven't really spoken a ton about the knife so far, but this thing is just melting through this piece of meat. I'm super impressed. It definitely feels long. I've never used a 300 millimeter Gyuto before, so definitely a slightly uncomfortable for me right now, but I'm getting used to it pretty quick. Like I use a 240 at home a lot, so it's not super far off. Yeah, we're getting sinew here, but yeah, it's like melting through, no problem. A little more, and we've got some. It might be a little bit tough to see on the camera right now, but we got some like really cool blues and like grays coming through on this guy. I suspect that once we like wipe her down and let her sit for the evening, it's gonna be like super cool looking. Yeah, these are starting to look like real steaks. Like if I went to the grocery store, I'd be like, yeah, that looks like a steak. It's got a lot on it, this guy. Yeah, we want to get a little bit of this off, I think, right? Yeah, just a touch more. We'll have to get a real deal butcher on here one of these days. Show us how it's done.
All the butchers in the comment section.
Yeah.
Feel free to let us know.
Can't wait to hear how terrible a job we did on this. But you know what? I'm not feeling so bad about this. I think it's looking pretty good. Still got, yeah, that's this part you don't want, eh? I am always, whenever I watch the butchery videos, I'm always surprised at like just how much ends up getting trimmed off. Have you noticed that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
Especially the steak.
Yeah, you're like, holy crap, didn't realize all that needed to come off. So yeah, I don't know. I think normally I would probably take this off, but I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm just gonna leave it on. Normally, all those other times that you've done this, Gage, yes, that's exactly right. Smart Alec. More. Oh, see, it's got like... Yeah. We're kind of getting the hang of it now, aren't I? We're going. As I discovered a very poor job I just did. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Are we sure it's not this side that gets like trimmed right off? Like it makes sense to me that it would go
Maybe.
like right here.
I feel like that's still not there though.
No?
I don't know. We should have watched a video.
We should watch it. Cause yeah, I feel like that's not what you want, right? It's got like, you can see all the like silver skin in there, right? You don't want that. And then this piece here, like whenever I got a strip line, I don't remember there being like a little thingy here,
There's
but
usually not, no.
no nub. But hey man,
No one taught me how to do this either.
it's our meat. We'll cut it how we want to. All right, there we go. Those are those done. Now these guys just need, yeah, see they've got the little, what do you think? Should I just take this off? Like
Maybe
that's,
on those ones, like, yeah,
it's
if
coming
really
off
fall
already.
just take that and then leave the fat on the other side because those ones look pretty good.
that
That looks like a strip.
looks like a strip loin. I think we were supposed to take this part off on all of them. But hey, whatever.
Call the cops.
I can,
Like, I would leave all that top fat there.
Jake can do that in post.
Post cooking.
Post cooking. Yeah, that wants to come off, eh? For sure. And yeah, we got some. Learning. All right, folks, I got a few more to go here, but you get the point here. That was our first attempt ever at breaking down, portioning out a full strip loin. I definitely have some stuff to learn still, but this knife really blew me away. Obviously, it's not cheap, so I had pretty high expectations for it. And it exceeded any and all expectations I had from it. So I'm really, really happy with this, guys. Super excited to have these guys in the shop. Very unique knife. I've never seen a 300 mil Denka Gyuto before, so really pretty excited that I got the opportunity to try it out. Thank you so much for watching and watching me learn something new today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next one, stay sharp.